Let's say China.
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 China. There are next door neighbors, and you can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
You go over to China.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Trump's tweeting out insults to Angela Merkel. What's he doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host.
Hello, it is I, James Andrews, and you are listening to So This Happened, quite possibly the only news you will need today. It is Wednesday, April 12th, 2017. It's been a crazy day in the news today. We have a lot to get through, but before we begin, I have to let you know today's program is brought to you by broken promises and lies. And now, a word from our sponsor.
I love golf, but if I were in the White House, I don't think I'd ever see Turnberry again. I don't think I'd ever see Doral again. I own Doral in Miami. I don't think I'd ever see many of the places that I have. I don't ever think I'd see anything. I just want to stay in the White House and work my ass off, make great deals, right? Who's going to leave? There won't be time to go on vacations. There won't be time to go golfing all the time. I'm not going to play much golf because there's a lot of work to be done. You need leadership. Yeah. You know, you can't fly to Hawaii to play golf.
I don't know where the president was. He wasn't very far away. Maybe he was playing golf.
Obama, it was reported today, played 250 rounds of golf.
Obama went golfing every day. Let Obama go play golf every day.
Obama plays more golf than professional players on the PGA Tour. Played a lot of golf. He's played more than most PGA touring professionals play. More than a guy who plays on the PGA Tour plays. PGA Tour.
Plays more golf.
PGA Tour. PGA Tour. I mean, this guy. Golf. More. Learning how to chip, learning how to hit the drive, learning how to putt. Oh, I want more. If you become president and you go to the White House, why would you want to leave the White House? When you're in the White House, who the hell wants to play golf? Who wants to leave the White House? How the hell do you leave for 3 weeks to play golf?
If I get elected president, I'm going to be in the White House a lot. I'm not leaving. I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf.
Thank you for keeping on the lights. Well, first up is Melania Trump. Mrs. Trump today won damages from the British newspaper The Daily Mail over an allegation that they made that she may possibly have been an escort when she first came to the United States. The original lawsuit was for $120 million, but today it's believed that they settled for round about $3 million. Which I'm thinking, that'll be great, Melania. You can give it to the Hubs, and he can get himself a couple of Tomahawk missiles. And then there's Sean Spicer. Oh, gosh, and that was apparently another explosion just for you, Sean. You'll remember yesterday, when we were recording the program, Sean Spicer was holding his daily press conference, and during that press conference, he made the frankly offensive remark about Adolf Hitler not using chemical weapons during World War II, and the fact that he gassed his people, but not in the same way that Assad gassed his people. By the end of the recording, the Twitter feed was starting to blow up. People were outraged by this, and throughout the night, it got even bigger and bigger and bigger, and today it's continued to just explode outwards. United Airlines are very, very grateful to Sean Spicer at this point, I imagine. Whew! That took the heat off us a little bit. All we did was drag some Asian dude down the aisle. He said the bloody Holocaust didn't happen. Thanks, Sean. Sean did go on Wolf Blitzer last night and apologise for making the comments. He said it was inappropriate and insensitive. No, Sean. Wearing a Speedo to your granny's birthday party is insensitive and inappropriate. What you did was massively offensive to millions and millions of people. And he's been pretty beat up about this, and rightly so. But watching him talk today, I think it is apparent that he is rather regretful for the mistake he made. Here's what he said.
I made a mistake. There's no other way. I mean, there's no other way to say it. I got into a topic that I shouldn't have, and I screwed up. I mean, you know, and I hope people understand that we all make mistakes. I hope I show that I understand that I did that, and that I sought people's forgiveness because I screwed up, and you know, and I hope each person can understand that part of existing is understanding that when you do something wrong, if you own up to it, you do it. You let people know, and I did. So for me, I mean, obviously there's two takeaways. One is it's a very holy week for both the Jewish people and the Christian people, and this is not to make a gaffe and a mistake like this is inexcusable and reprehensible. And so of all weeks, this was not, this compounds that kind of mistake. But second of all, and so first of all, it's obviously, it's just, it really is painful to myself to know that I did something like that, because that obviously was not my intention. And to know when you screw up that you possibly offended a lot of people, I just, you know, and so I would ask obviously for folks' forgiveness to understand that I should not have tried to make a comparison. There's no comparing atrocities.
And in the spirit of that, I'm going to cut Sean a break, and we're not going to talk about it anymore. He fucked up, big time, bigly, even. But he apologized for it, and I know words are cheap. But bear in mind, this is the first time anybody from the Trump administration has sought an apology and asked for forgiveness. And whatever you think of Sean Spicer, I'm not a big fan myself, but that took some balls to do that, okay? Especially where he's coming from, in the culture that he exists, to admit that you were wrong, that you made a mistake. You know, kudos. I'm going to cut him a break, and I realise I'm not Jewish, so it doesn't have the same impact on me as it may on someone who is of that faith. But I am going to cut him a break, and we're not going to talk about it anymore today. So Sean, just don't fuck up again, okay? Because, you know. And so now, in really, really happy news, wait a sec. Oh my God, it's you. It's Darth Trump Vader. He's here. Hi. Oh my goodness, I wasn't really expecting you today. Have you done something different with your hair? It looks a little different. Yeah. What are you here? You're here to read your tweet. Oh, you want to read your tweet? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Darth Trump Vader is going to read his tweet for us today. So, Trump Vader, the microphone's all yours.
Had a very good call last night with the president of China concerning the menace of North Korea.
Well, that's interesting. See, because I don't know if I can believe you on that one, Trump Vader, because the last time I ordered Chinese food, I called in to order it for takeaway. I ordered a chow mein and I ended up getting a fried rice. So, are you lying to me? He's not. He's shaking his head. He's not. All right. Well, listen. We got to give him a round of applause because he loves that. So come on, everyone, give him a round of applause. That's lovely. That's nice. Did you like that, Darth? Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's buggered off. Anyway, I'm sure Trump Vader will be back tomorrow to read another one of his tweets. Okay, so let's get back to what's important. Today in Moscow, there was a very big meeting between American Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and his Russian counterpart, Foreign Secretary Sergei Lavrov. Apparently they had a 4-hour meeting, 2 hours of which Vladimir Putin was there as well. They gave a press conference after the meetings, which I watched, and I was pleasantly surprised. And I say that tentatively because essentially neither one of them neither Lavrov or Tillerson agreed with anything the other one was saying. But it was a different press conference than we've seen with the Russians. Neither man was backing down, but at the same time Lavrov wasn't giving his normal runaround that he had done to John Kerry beforehand when John Kerry would go there. And Russia is one of those states where they like the macho image. Okay, we talked yesterday about Vladimir Putin being the massive alpha male, and they do respond to aggression. Bullies respond to bullying. That's how it goes. So you had these two men up there who didn't agree on anything, but what they did say, or at least what I came away with, is that they're willing to work on it. Now, Rex Tillerson said that Russian and American relations were at a really, really low point right now, which they are, arguably lower than they've been since the Cold War. But I found it encouraging that both men were saying, but we need to work on this. We can't have two nuclear powers who are against each other, who are at each other's throats. So I think it was actually a fairly positive meeting. I mean, nothing got decided, and essentially all they said is, well, we just need to talk more. But that's good, because talking isn't firing bombs, and I'm okay with talking. We can talk for the rest of time. I'm good with that, I really am. Because I was a little bit worried at first, to be honest, that the potential future of a nuclear war was in the hands of the CEO of ExxonMobil, a man who has absolutely no experience in dealing with anybody on a level like this. A businessman, good, sure, but as far as a ambassador of country, he's never had that experience before. So I was actually pleasantly surprised, and we'll see how this develops over time. And I'm sure as the week progresses, we'll get more and more on this story. So we're going to leave it there right now. We're going to move back to the US, and we're going to look at Steve Bannon for a second, that absolutely charming man. He might be on his way out. Now, I know people have been saying this, he might be on his way out, after he got security clearance revoked. And that's been a little while now. It's been about a week, and he's still there. He's still hanging on. But it definitely looks today that Donald Trump is definitely starting to distance himself from Steve Bannon. Now, there's a lot of rumours that this might be his children's influence, saying, we don't really like Steve. And I'm not sure there's anything I like, to be honest. But this is something we're going to keep a very close eye on. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And particularly if anything comes out about potential Russian ties and Steve Bannon, you can be sure he'll be dropped fast. And now, sex robots. That's right. Tech company Realbotics just launched their Harmony AI. Now, this is part Android app and part sexualized personal assistant. Think of Siri after eating a shitload of oysters. And the subscription to the app only costs $20 a year. Now, the app is just the beginning. In the future, Harmony AI, through modular robot heads that they are now creating, will attach to naked bodies, and you have yourself a real-life sex robot. But guys, start saving now, because you're going to have that $20 a year subscription fee. But to buy the actual sex robot, that's $10,000. And if you go to a Russian website, you can buy a wife cheaper than that. I didn't say that. Okay, before I get in any more trouble, I'm going to end it right now. You can always follow me at the worst Twitter handle of all time, at ThisHappen. Follow me on there, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.
Let's say China. 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 China.